Good morning, Mechanic Alliance. It's another beautiful Monday. At least it is here. We're starting to come off of a cold snap, and you know something? Weather's getting pretty out there. Anyways, and just before it gets too hot, because we don't like it when it's so hot and sticky. You're sweating your brains out, and you got to keep drinking Gatorades and Powerades just to stay alive. Anyways, so this morning we're going to talk a little bit of stuff. This is coming from Jim Rohn and another good friend of mine. We're going to talk about action again because action, when you get down to it, is pretty much the most important thing that we've got, in achieving our dreams. I mean, realistically, and I'm not picking on anybody here. This is just speaking truth. How many times have we had a 5-year plan that remains 5 years away? That happens a lot more than you would think. And for some reason, oh, there's a live. Okay, sorry about that. I'm got two screens going up and something was stuck on the right side. Anyways, so what I'm referring to here is the disciplines to be able to take the actions to achieve these things. And there's also an emotion that goes with it. If the emotion is hot at the moment and you're very invested in it, there's the time you got to take action. Even if it's a little action, small actions continue to other small actions, which continue to a little bit bigger actions. As the wins stack up and the excitement is there, that's really where things begin. I mean, let's face it, there's guys out there like Gary Vaynerchuk and anybody who's really successful in any of these arenas. They got there by starting with small actions that got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And they're able to strike while the iron's hot. They're able to dig in and do and take actions when they're there. As a friend of mine once told me, he says, it's not about where you want to be so much as what will you do? What action are you going to take now, the next step that matters? And I've brought this up many times with the story of the horse and the boy in the woods. But realistically, it comes down to it every single time. All those little successes, all those little wins, they build on top of each other. And something that we want to avoid is the neglect. We don't want to neglect what we're feeling. Those emotions, the I want to do this, I want to take over the world, whatever that may be. When we neglect those, we're training ourselves in a way to not take advantage of those things. And if you neglect one thing, it's a domino effect, the other way. Actions get wins, and it gets bigger and better. Whereas if you neglect it, you start going the wrong way. You start getting to the point where it's it's never going to work here. It's one miss here, one miss, one miss, one miss. They just stack up. And I see Kevin made it. Thanks, Kevin. You're on the YouTubes today. Anyways, so yeah, guys, what action are you going to take? Let's say, for example, Jim Rohn uses the example of you want to build a library. You want to have a good collection of works, of books, of inspiration materials. Where do you start? You're going to go out and try and find a library that's going out of business? Well, I mean, that's not a bad way to go. It's like project cars and tools. You get, you never know when you come across the right thing to be able to, start a collection with a collection. That'd be cool. But realistically, the way it happens for most is you start with just one. And then that comes to another one. And it comes to another one. And as these stack up and you're getting excited, more excited about what you're doing, those things tend to keep going. Wins begot wins begot wins. So Keep winning, guys. That's the moral of the story today. It's a busy day over here. I've got lots of things going on. I got my day job's got mountains of things going. So plus, I've got all sorts of great training resources, hosting, website work. My goodness, we've got things coming. I know Marv's got a service advisor, service writer training he's working on with Dave Bonica. So that's coming up soon. So that'll be a good one. I know that Dave's been a great, great, great resource in the group. He's been able to be a good bridge between what should happen on the front, what needs to happen on the front, and the technicians, because he's done both. Anyways, that's an aside. So, guys, go out there, take action, do the things, and I promise you'll start winning. Every day is another opportunity to win. People say you only live once. Well, that's not necessarily true. You live every day. Make the most of it. We'll catch you later.